morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. Well, Donald J. Trump is going to be America's 45th president. He secured an astonishing victory last night. Hillary Clinton appears to have won the popular vote. However, Mr. Trump handily won the Electoral College. By about 11 p.m. last night, it was clear to any observer that the Clinton strategy had gone horribly wrong. Trump began to reel off wins in states such as Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and on and on and on, states that had not voted for Republicans since the 1980s. Clinton is going to address the country today at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Trump received a concession phone call from Mrs. Clinton last night, and then also was called by President Obama, who invited him to meet at the White House tomorrow. Trump will go. In an address that Trump made at about 2:30 a.m. in New York, he urged a message of conciliation and working together with all Americans, and praised Mrs. Clinton for her strong campaign and for her service to the country. Meanwhile, stock market futures, which had dropped by about as much as 1,000 points at one point last night, recovered somewhat, and trading in Europe and Asia ended up relatively even. The stock market in New York will open in several hours. Meanwhile, the website of the government of Canada, that is the immigration website, crashed last night at about 10:30 p.m., apparently due to millions of Americans looking for Google searches on how to move to Canada and become a Canadian citizen. The website was back up at approximately midnight. The site crashed after CNN announced that Michigan, Ohio, Virginia, and Florida could all swing Republican. Munich Re, the world's largest reinsurer, posted a 75% jump in third quarter group operating profit up to about 1.1 billion US. Mainly helped by a low level of catastrophe losses, which helped double its reinsurance profits. The combined ratio for the third quarter for the whole company dipped by down to 92.5%. Natural cat losses for the third quarter came to about 145 million euros. P&C reinsurance alone generated a net result of about 558 million euros for the quarter, up 68% from the previous year. So Munich Re is doing some very good underwriting in this time of famine. The chief financial officer of the company during the earnings call was asked to comment on the American presidential results. He said uncertainty created by the outcome of the election may impact the reinsurer's business going forward. He said, "We don't like uncertainty. This is something the world doesn't need, and this is something which makes us skeptical today." The United States is the most important market for Munich Re, with about 10 billion euros in premiums. 8 people are apparently dead and 50 more injured in a tram derailment in South London near Croydon this morning. Apparently, the tram was coming down a bend on a steep slope and derailed, tipping over near the entrance to a tunnel. Police have confirmed that the driver of the tram has been arrested in connection with the incident, but are not giving any other details. At least 50 people have been injured. The event occurred at the Sandilands tram stop in Croydon at about 6:10 a.m. London time this morning. There was an explosion at a factory in the eastern Chinese province of Anhui yesterday afternoon at about 5:15 p.m. At least 2 people are dead, 10 are missing. Villagers reported a loud bang coming from an industrial park in Shucheng County. It's now turned out that the explosion had occurred at a military factory that was operated by the Chinese Army. It occurred in an industrial park in Tangshu Township. Investigations into the cause of the accident are underway. The government of India has thrown a bit of a monkey wrench into daily economic life. People in India are struggling to pay for basic goods like fuel and food after the government withdrew 500 and 1,000 rupee notes from circulation. 1,000 rupees equals about $15 US. This bid to flush out money hidden from tax authorities is causing massive economic chaos throughout the country. People are finding it difficult to pay for regular goods. Let's face it, a $15 bill is not exactly a very high denomination bill, so this means that people are forced to scramble for much smaller denomination notes in order to make regular common day payments. In the United States, there remains a sense of shock. There's a hope that the new president will work together with all of the people in the country. The country seems to be evenly divided, as is indicated by Mrs. Clinton retaining the popular vote plurality. So everybody is just going to wait and see what President-elect Trump says over the next weeks before he is inaugurated on January 20th, and hope for the best. That's the way it would have worked if Mrs. Clinton had won and you were a Donald Trump supporter. The country will survive. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.